I don't know why Putin should be taken out, our military commissar and the district officer. If they release me, well, as they told me, for an exchange, well, the first thing, well, I won't get to Putin, but I'll get to the military commissar.
Ukraine's Defense Intelligence Directorate has released footage confirming the elimination of Russian Lieutenant Vasily Marzoev, the son of General Lieutenant Arkady Marzoev, commander of Russia's 18th Combined Arms Army. According to the HUR, the strike took place on October 15th in the area of Plavny, Zaporizhia region, after Ukrainian drone operators identified a Russian drone control position. Using the coordinates obtained during reconnaissance, Ukrainian forces directed a guided aerial bomb toward the site. The intelligence agency reported that the strike successfully targeted the position where Vasily Marzoev was located. He served as a platoon commander in the 108th Air Assault Regiment of Russia's 7th Airborne Division. General Lieutenant Arkady Marzoev, Vasily's father, commands the 18th Combined Arms Army of Russia's Southern Military District and, according to Ukrainian authorities, is implicated in war crimes committed against civilians in Kherson during the occupation. The HUR published the video of the strike on October 27th, describing it as part of its ongoing operations to identify and neutralize Russian military assets along the Zaporizhia front. Earlier, Ukrainian forces eliminated Russian machine gunner Tasbolat Ibrashev near Vovchansk in the Kharkiv region. Ibrashev, once portrayed by Russian media as a hero of the 2008 Russo-Georgian War, rejoined the Russian army in 2023 after years of civilian life in Astrakhan. His death was confirmed by Russian sources. Ghosts, the special unit of Ukraine's defense intelligence, conducted another operation targeting the enemy's air defense system in occupied Crimea, reported Ukrainian intelligence. According to the DIU, 3 radar stations were hit during the raid, including the 96 L6 radar, part of the S-400 Triumph air defense system. In addition, the P-18 Terek and 55 Zhur-6U Nebo-U radars were destroyed. One Russian BK-16 high-speed landing craft was also targeted alongside the radar stations. Released footage captures Ukrainian drones successfully evading missiles from the Russian Pantsir air defense system as they proceeded toward their targets in Crimea. It was recently reported that strike drones of the DIU destroyed 3 Russian air defense systems. The attacks took place across 3 areas, the Zaporizhia and Kherson regions, as well as temporarily occupied Crimea. The strikes damaged Niobe SV radar stations and a self-propelled launcher from the Buk M3 air defense system. Additionally, reconnaissance aircraft struck the Valdai radar at Jankoy airfield in Crimea, further degrading the enemy's air defense capabilities on the peninsula. Putin needs to be killed. Putin is lying. Putin must be put in a cage outside, together with our military commissar and the local policeman, so they sit in the same cage. A Russian convict was promised he'd be sent to the army as a cook, but instead he was sent to the special military operation as an assault trooper. Ukrainian warriors from the 33rd Separate Assault Regiment captured him. I thought Ukrainians shoot us, but they gave us cans of stew, water, let us have a smoke. At least we got here. If we'd fallen into our own people's hands, who knows what would have happened, he said. He is now plotting how to take revenge on Putin, the military commissar, and the local policeman.
The first time I was imprisoned was at 25 years old, convicted under supervision. It's a serious charge. They tell me, you'll go there, to the army. They'll make you a cook. These Cherkess, these Cossacks, there are many, almost 1,000 of them. But they, on their own, learn there, run through fields, run through forests. They put on a log and run with the log there, in body armor, in helmets, well, with a machine gun. They took us to the training ground. I didn't see them there, that is on the training ground, well, at the shooting range, those. But they are somewhere separate there. They have a separate dining hall, their own bunkers, they live there. We were at these inns for 2 weeks. Sometimes trucks arrived, sometimes we unloaded water, sometimes we were on duty in the dining hall. And probably about 5 times they took us to the training ground, showed us how to walk through the trenches. Maybe 3 times at most, we shot about 10 rounds. and that's it. They gave us 4 magazines to load and 4 grenades. I threw away 3 magazines, and I immediately threw away 4 grenades. Well, that was when we were going to... why do I need them? I wasn't planning at all. My initial thought was this: well, if they bring us here, to start from here, well, to run. We ran to either get home or somewhere, maybe find some living village, stay there to live. From basement to basement, we wandered for 10 days. On the 10th or 11th day, I said, Misha, we need to go somewhere. We went out slowly, walked, and birds were flying. If one flew, we hid in the bushes. We reached those dragon's teeth. We didn't even understand if it was a border or what it was.
But then we went along a path, we followed the path, and that's when your people took us.
I thought they were going to take us to be shot. I had already said goodbye to my sisters in my mind.
At first they fed us with a can of stew each.
Well, they gave us water, gave us cigarettes, we smoked, and when they brought us here, they took us to the basement, and the commander or whoever it was brought us 2 cans of stew. He said, lie down, you'll be woken up in the morning. At least we ended up here, even if as prisoners. If we had ended up with our own, who knows how fate would have turned. I don't know why Putin should be taken out. Our military commissar and the district officer. If they release me, well, as they told me, for an exchange, well, the first thing, well, I won't get to Putin, but I'll get to the military commissar. I know where he lives. And the district officer knows where he lives. Putin, half of it, constantly lies to us. Putin should be the first one put in a cage on the street, and together with our military commissar and the district officer in the same cage, so they sit there.
U.S. NATO envoy Matthew Whitaker has rejected claims by Hungary's foreign minister that Washington is giving Budapest a pass on Russian oil. Whitaker said Hungary, unlike its neighbors, has yet to make a plan to cut dependence on Russian energy, and warned that the pipeline it relies on is unlikely to stay open for much longer.
Your reaction first to the Hungarian foreign minister from the last block. He indicated that the White House is giving Hungary a pass on Russian oil. It's not exactly the picture we've gotten from the White House. Is the U.S. respecting geography when it comes to Hungary, as the minister put it?
No, I mean, what's really happening is our expectation is that countries like Hungary, Turkey, and Slovakia that continue to buy Russian oil and gas will come up with a plan and execute a plan that weans them off of Russian oil and gas. And, Hungary, unlike many of their neighbors, has not made any plans or made any active steps. And so we're going to continue to work with them, and we're going to continue to work with their neighbors like Croatia and other countries that can help them wean themselves off. And, obviously that pipeline is most likely to be shut off in the coming years as well. And so there's a lot of planning that our friends in Hungary should do, and we're going to help them, obviously, as a good ally, make those plans and execute them to get them off of Russian oil and gas.
General Atomics has unveiled a new design for its railgun intended to engage aerial targets, Naval News reported. The company showcased an updated version of a previously canceled project that could be integrated into the prospective Golden Dome missile defense system. Infographics from General Atomics. Electromagnetic systems show the multi-purpose weapon can launch projectiles at speeds of up to Mach 6. 3 variants were presented, with energy levels ranging from 3 to 32 megajoules. According to the company, the systems are capable of intercepting both ballistic and cruise missiles. General Atomics said its technology has attracted international interest. While specific countries were not named, a company representative said Washington is already cooperating with several nations on the project. Despite the closure of U.S. programs in 2021, Japan, China, France, and Germany continue to develop electromagnetic gun technology. Japan and China have already demonstrated experimental shipborne systems, while France, Germany, and Japan are conducting joint research. Although the U.S. Navy and Army ended their railgun programs, General Atomics continues experimental development and is promoting the technology for air defense applications. The company says it has since resolved key technical challenges, including rapid barrel wear. which had previously limited the practical use of railgun-type systems.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.